This is a video overview of the US-EZ-1 filter drinking water system from Culligan. This system is a simple system to install and uses the dedicated drinking water faucet. It uses a proprietary filter cartridge that installs with a twist, which means no wrenching open a sump, getting water everywhere. And you can use one of three cartridges from Culligan on this system depending on the level of filtration that you want. So here's what you get in the box. You will receive a instruction manual telling you how to do the installation. You also get a Culligan FCT1 drinking water faucet. We'll show you how that installs in a moment. Nice faucet that's easy to install. This is the filter head. This is the place that the filter twists into. And you get screws to connect the filter head. You get some compression fittings to make the connection to the faucet and the water line. This is a faucet adapter. This is a 1/2-inch threaded faucet adapter. Didn't work for us. We had to do something different, which you'll see. Then there's a filter cartridge, which is the Culligan RC-EZ-1. You also get a length of 1/4-inch poly tubing. So we're going to start with the hard part first, which is a faucet installation. For a faucet installation, you can use an existing 1.5-inch hole left behind by a removed sprayer or soap dispenser, or you can drill your own hole. Even if you have a porcelain sink or stainless, it's still possible to drill. So in this case, we have a small hole that we needed to drill, and we put the threaded shank down through that with a rubber gasket on the top. We put the spout of the faucet on, and then from below we have a washer and a nut that threads upwards to keep the faucet in place on the sink. Now that that's done, below we're going to go ahead and mount the filter head. This has two keyholes in the back that just hang on screws, and then on each side we have a 1/4-inch quick disconnect fitting. The filter, again, is very simple to install. You just twist it in, no mess, simple to take in and out, and a lot cleaner than the sump type system. So from below we're going to make a compression fitting with a 1/4-inch tubing. All of the necessary pieces to do this are included. So just twist. We'll probably use a wrench to make it a little bit tighter. And we're going to go ahead and tap into our water line at this time. Now again, we couldn't use a 1.5-inch threaded connection because we've got a 3/8-inch water supply line coming up. So we improvised a little bit, which you often have to do. We used a 3/8-inch quick disconnect T and put that together. And so we just had to cut a short piece of tubing. We're going to go ahead and put this on a shut-off valve. Doesn't really need one. Most of the time, for any system like this, we're going to put a shut-off valve on it just so you can kind of isolate it if you have problems with leaks and things like that. It's an inexpensive piece. So shut-off valve is going to tie into this T, and then the other end of the valve is going to tie into the inlet on the filter system. And again, these quick disconnect fittings, you just push your tubing in as far as it'll go, and it is tight as can be and won't leak. Just a quick note about making connections to the cold water supply line. There's not just one way you can do this. You can do it lots of different ways. At the end of the day, you need to have a 1/4-inch quick disconnect connection coming from the supply line to the filter head. The way that the manufacturer intends you do it is you use their supply fitting up near the cold water faucet itself. There's also an alternate connection with some barbed fittings where it's a little bit easier to work down further lower on the water line. You can use an adapter like this, which is way down where the stub for the cold water comes out. You could also use a self-tapping saddle valve. Whatever you do, make sure you wrap any threaded connections with Teflon tape. But there's lots of different ways you can get this done. If you have any questions about any of this, please give us a call or visit our website at www.waterfilterexperts.com.